All right, this is what we're doing. This week we are, yeah, check this out. This is super cool. So in lieu of or in addition to this, with the idea of then graduating that out to then plane, and the idea being that we want this to be a straight line, I put these little shish kebab skewers on the end, which are super light, which means that they're inconsequential to then the body and the weight and the mass of this drumming. So essentially I can still drum just fine. I don't like that's rattling a little bit, but then if I have something here, like a, I don't know, just some sort of Velcro thing with like a hard bap, 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 bap. Feel that? Yeah, that's the idea. Good. Okay. So this is a prototype. I'll make two of them. I'll make something more. I'll make it better. But for now, let's do this. Oh, okay. Sure, those can be for you. I'll go with. Oh no, that one fell apart. Go with these bad boys. Okay. Things get exponentially more difficult the softer we go. Okay. Let's do a few of these. And then wrists only. No, don't open the fingers. And then come to the plane, come do this, and notice where your hands are in space. And now just keep them in space, and now just inch up, and now do that here, as opposed to here, or somewhere else, but it's analogous to plane. And we'll go slower, and no, don't open the hand at all, just like clench down on that. And now just do wrists only. And even slower. So really big, like come all the way up. Hit myself a bit. And then come to this position as if you were playing, and now do it. And now do that, but actually hit the front of this a little bit. So you're hitting both at the same time. And if your thumb goes off the stick again, I'm going to cut it off. Did I do the finger thing with you? Did I pinch your finger yet? Okay, hold out your finger. Okay. Your finger is a drumstick, and my thumb is off the stick. Thumb on the stick, thumb off the stick. And now, so this is off, and then believe it or not, that's as hard as I'm grabbing. Feels like nothing, right? Now, if I put my finger on here, now I can break your hand. So you can see that if your thumb goes off, you're losing all of your power. So thumb on that stick, and this right here, where we hang on, the base of the grip is in the finger there. Do that. Just the index finger, and then plus the thumb, and the thumb across from the finger is where we hang on to that stuff. So, but then if your thumb falls off, now we've just lost the whole structure of the thing. So, you should be able to, like, you ever try to kill a flea with like pinching it? It's impossible, right? So, as if you're just trying to like crush a flea right there. Okay, now halfway down the stick, wrist only, no fingers. And hit both the arm and, so do a death grip on the fingers. And now just turn at the wrist. Yeah. And really try to like, hit like, go down and hit it hard. Now scoot down a few more inches. And now you're just going to hit a little bit on the backs of the arms. And we're getting there. We're graduating to the real stroke. Wrists only, no fingers. A little slower. Come all the way up. You should definitely feel a burn on this. Let me know when you start to feel it. Are you already feeling it? See how my arm is totally still? Like it's just this excruciating wrist thing. Like, oh my God, I'm feeling it. Okay, now to the fulcrum, and now do some double stops. Keep going. Hit that thing for real. Yes. Good. Good. It's falling off the Velcro there. We'll just do this. Just stick that on the drum there. That'll be your little table for now. I'll devise something this week. Make this more ergonomic. Okay, so now come back to this again. Now just do fingers, no wrist. Totally stiff wrist, just dropping with the, hold it out here for now. So we have, and now just really just let the weight fall forward and do just this and have them knock into the backs of your arms. That they're just, see how I'm holding it? I'm not pushing anything. I'm just swaying them. Just swaying them to hit, to just reach out and touch the backs of my arms. So now come to a flatter position and really just think about letting that pendulum swing out, that the weight of the stick is going down and therefore the front of the stick going up. And then if you hold it too far up, then you're going to accidentally whack your elbow bone there. So just choke up as, yeah. And now hit at the same time with just fingers. And really try to see how much this is moving. Like I'm really sending a lot of pressure down. Yeah, that's better. Doom, 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 doom. Feel free to learn along with us. Okay, halfway up, middle of the stick, just fingers. And really just try to snap your hand closed as fast as you can, sending that thing down. Let me come over to your left side. Let me see what you're doing over there. Okay, good. Just checking to make sure you're not turned over too much. It's a weird angle from over here. Okay, now scoot down a little bit more. Now, when you do that, make sure your fingers aren't leaving the stick. Your fingers are with the stick the whole time. There's no, the stick is never going to escape, ever, unless we're doing fast diddles or bounces. Unless we're truly bouncing it, then our fingers are just with it the whole time. Okay? So come to this position, like straight up, and your fingers are on it, and then just close your fingers and just try to wham, slam that down, whew, super fast. And turn over a bit. You're cheating, and your thumb is falling off there. All right, I'm giving you the trainer sticks. No mercy. Okay. Right, left, give me those. We're getting you into shape. Okay, stick your fingers through there. You know what to do. I've showed you this, right? So put your thumb on there first. Yeah. And now with the tips of the sticks, you can just push that flag down, so you can just, so it doesn't have to be a finger thing. Yeah. And if those flags pop out, we're going to bury you in the backyard. Okay. I'm going to do the trainer sticks too, so I know exactly what your experience is. Yeah, you're cheating. Okay, so now part of the training sticks is that don't see any pink. Hide that pink. Oh. Oh, you have it in the. Oh. Weird. No wonder. I used to have them marked right and left, but it got taped over. Boom. Boom. And now, press down, turn and see pink. Now never see pink ever again. Hide that pink. So when you so you're going to see a little bit of pink in your periphery as they're up, but in the down position, that pink should be gonzo. Yeah. Now, your stroke is getting more fluid. Now think going up faster than going down. Like, whew, like just start in this down position and just bam, go up super fast. Boom. And you're not lifting the front of the stick. You're not thinking, oh, I'm going to make this part go up. No, you're thinking about the back of the stick kicking forward and down, therefore the front of the stick raises. Every good teacher carries rebar. I'm going to beat you with this. Okay. Okay. Forget those. Here's your new drumsticks. I'm gonna have at the football games. I'm gonna have your drum line play with these on your drums on the field, including the bass drums.
Yeah, why not?
So now, in fact, I'll do one, you do one, and hold it at about where you proportionate fulcrum style on this, and come up here, and you're not gonna think, oh, this goes up, but you're gonna think pushing, like kicking down with this part of your hand. You're just kicking down on that, so therefore the front of it goes up. Yeah. Think about sending your wrist, shoot your wrist to right here, like as if there's a string from here to there, like just shoot your wrist, boom, towards that. Yes. And as a result, the front of the stick goes up. Why does that look weird? You see how I'm turning it into a fling, that it's not as mechanical? Just do this. Just grab onto that for dear life, close fingers, and just shake it out there as if you were doing a stick, but just like, and now feel the pressure against the back of the hand there. Like, really, you see how like, and now, okay, if you just tried to do this and you did the same thing, now it becomes super mechanical. Now I've got nothing to kick off with. Now I have no like cantilever. I think that's the right word. There's no, all right, do this. And then, so, okay, so instead of thinking we're lifting here, we're pushing down on the back one. Then, and we just push it down as fast as possible. In fact, we can just come to a regular position of the hand and like send that down. Yeah. And keep your fingers wrapped around it the whole time. Okay, now apply everything you just thought about to that. Make that thing pop up. And it's not going to involve anything here. It's just, in fact, come to this position, like as if you were playing on something way up here, and now just really send that wrist down. See what's happening there? It's not happening. Work on that. Get it to be a truly a back of the stick down thing. All right, do this. And you're actually left-handed? Is she lying? Fine. Do this stuff with your left hand just so that you have basically you just work it out with your dominant hand. Yeah, well, that looks a lot better actually. Okay. And then once your dominant hand has got it, then just immediately have the dominant hand teach it to the submissive hand. The leader hand and the follower hand. Okay. Now do this. Here, I'll do it left-handed so you can mirror. And then just like think about sending this part of your hand into the back of the stick, and then just like literally just like whip it. And in fact, you can just let go here. You let go of the fingers and just really like see how it's hitting here, but then it's slinging back. It's flinging back because it. In fact, you can just do it like this. Just do a caveman fulcrum, and just in regular playing position. But now just stick it down further, and now. And we're spinning it out this way, which is, perpendicular to the vector of where we're going. But this still, all right, let me think about this. Oh, okay. All right, forget about that direction of it. Think about having this whack the back of your arm. Yeah. And that you let go enough to where it goes and hits that. But have it be super fast. Yeah, okay. All right, you must be left-handed. All right, fine. Do it with your right. Do it with your crippled hand. We all have a crippled hand. Yeah, learn this together. Do this on the way home. Yeah, in fact, you could hold it in the center of the stick and hit 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's good. It means that you're, actually doing a thing. And Logan and I were dropping our sticks left and right with the thing that we were doing. But we were doing this. What were we doing? I don't know. We were doing something where, like, it flies out of the hand, so therefore he's doing it right. Now it just needs like a little bit more muscle. And if it like the thing that we were doing, like, it needed to have the potential to fly away. As the indication that he was doing it right. Okay, now put your finger on there, and now have it be as close to a normal fulcrum as possible. Good. While we're thinking about tiredness and fatigue and strain, fingers together, and and do this one. But do it slowly and chill. And now here's the thing about stretching. I'm no MD, but my chiropractor explained to me that if we're stretching all of this right now, the only way that that's going to truly let go and be an actual true stretch is if the opposite muscle is flexed during that stretch. So I'm not going to just put my hands together and just passively put down, push, come down to this position. I'm actually going to flex this. And now just wrap your fingers around and now like let go and come back and forth with that and feel all of that whole network of muscles flexed there. And now come out and flex. And so now from this position, while still keeping it flexed, still flexing, still flexing, still flexing, as if you were trying to do this without putting pressure together, like, oh, I'm holding it, and then it comes together. And then as you hold it, these are still flexed. So go to this position, and now flex this. Okay, come to here, do that stretch, and now from just here, stretch, or flex here. Like try to make your fingers touch your elbow. Fingers together, do the stretch, get yourself in position. Now, try to make this finger touch back here. Flex this. Like it's going to feel really weird because your hands are already in that position, but okay, put your hand around my arm. Watch. See how I can still hold this position and be not flex and then flex. Not flex, flexed. Try that. In fact, pull up your sleeve so you can see your muscles doing it. Come to this position now, flex. Flex that. Okay, do this without, and now just crank your hand back. Yeah, see how that's flexed? And see how you're trying to get your pinky, your fingers to like touch your elbow, like, ugh! Now come to this position and stretch it, but also have it flexed at the same time. None of us were taught this. I was never taught this. I just learned about this within the last 10 years. Now flex that. Flex this. So come to here and don't touch and just flex, like try to just crank your hands back as much as possible. And then just slowly, while still remaining flexed, come together and it's still flexed, it's still flexed, it's still flexed. And then I come down to, oh. Okay, start over. Just do this, hands apart. And then flex all the way back. Okay, now keep this flexed, and now slowly come forward. Keep this flexed, and now come down and do that stretch. But you got to keep this flexed. Yeah, it's going to feel really weird the first time you do it for real because now you're actually stretching. And here's the mechanics of it. What my chiropractor said was that every muscle has connection points. Like this muscle here is connected there, and and then the tendons are the connecting points. And right at the connecting points, there's a little mechanism that will truly let go if the opposite muscle, the reciprocal muscle, is flexed. Because if we're in a car and we're driving and we get into an accident, and say we have our hands on the steering wheel and we get lurched forward and then our fingers go back like this and like, because this is not flexed, we're just in a passive position, and then we just get taken that way, and nothing was flexed here at all, and it gets taken that way and into a hyperextended position, the brain is really smart and won't let go at those points if this muscle isn't flexed as a self-defense mechanism to keep that from hyperextending. Right? That would really not be good if this overextended. So therefore, this is only going to let go if the opposite muscle is flexed. So try it again. Come to here and see how I'm going back and forth. Now flex that. Try to bend your hand this way without pushing it, like actually, as if your other hand wasn't there pushing against it, as if you were just doing this to keep that flexed. It's really weird. Think about that and work on it on the way home, like, okay, that's so weird. But they're already in that position, so why do I need to flex it? Well, that's a good question. They are already in that position, so I don't have to keep it up like that. But in order for that this thing to stretch, the opposite muscle apparently needs to be flexed. And apparently that is the truth, because every single time I do it, every time I'm doing any stretch and I'm stretching and then I flex the opposite muscle, all of a sudden, like, whoa, then it becomes like oh geez, I gotta be careful. That's a real stretch. Like, I'm actually stretching out my body, which I got to be careful with. And so anytime you do any like small limb, arms or small limbs, right, relative to our legs, like our hamstring, we can be a little bit more tough, we'll say, stretching the big muscles like the quads and the hamstrings. But all of this stuff, like, be careful. Just everything really, really slow. Your fingers are not to be messed with. Don't mess with your fingers, because their recovery time is going to take way longer. All right, back to this, and we're going to do some presses. Okay, come to this position, no pink, and press. Yeah, add for now, no fingers, just death grip, and just wrist. And turn all the way up. Come do this, yeah, and just boom. And you're really trying to just send like a colossal amount of weight and pressure into that bar, and just the whole weight of the world. Yes. Yeah. Good. We got some violence coming out of her now. Good. And if you did like an hour workout of presses, like with fingers and wrists, then you'll come to the table just being able to just really have a lot of downward pressure into everything you're doing, because the symptom of bad playing is not hitting the thing for real. So try this. So you've heard of playing through the head. You've heard this term, playing through the head. That's like one of your staple terms, playing through the head. And what playing through the head means is it's a literal thing, although we're not literally doing it. So this is our head, right? And we're thinking about playing through it. Like we're thinking about, like hit this thing, but pretend as if you're trying to hit this lower platform, but like through it. Just do a few. Yeah, good. That's got some good beef behind it. As if you're trying to hit this and you're trying to play through that. And so therefore, if you think about playing through the head, like a follow through when you throw, like no outfielder in the baseball is just going to do this to throw the ball. No, there's going to be like a boom follow through. And so you want to follow through, boom, through the thing you're hitting. Okay, now try this on precise. Now try to do the opposite. Try to have a good height, but you're going to pull your punch. You're going to stop it. You're going to slow it down right before it hits. So playing through the head. I'll do 4 and then 4 of each. So playing through the head and then I just call it feathering. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what I'm doing? Like I'm hitting the brakes, but not so much that I stop it from even hitting altogether, but I slow it down just enough to where it's actually gonna touch and barely come up. Try doing a few of those. Just come up here and just, in fact, you can go full shoulder and just come way up and then try to come down super fast, but you're barely gonna hit it. Okay, you're thinking about the upstroke. Just come up here and just. Yeah. Now come up here and then follow through. Yes. She got into that one so much her legs are kicking out. Good. So the idea is to play through the head, even at smaller volumes. That I'm taking all the mass of my arm, I'm just transferring the mass of my body into the stick with a good grip that has a good strong pinch, which is why I got us this thing so you can work on your grip strength. Just go home and just go to school and go do a bunch of pull-ups. How many pull-ups can you do? 0? Yeah, it's unacceptable. At least 1.
Yeah.
At least 1. Can you even get close? Okay, you can get like halfway, like 3/4 up. Okay, all right. By the end of, March 1st. On March 1st, he's gonna take a video of you doing 1, no cheating pull-ups, no swinging, no running starts, no jumping starts from the ground. Just hang, chin fully above the bar, and not this, not a chin up, not this way, but this way. This is the easy thing. This way is the real test. Although 2 very different exercises, and worth doing both as a form of exercise. But as a measurement of strength, regular, this facing pull-up. Okay, so playing through the head and then feathering. So good. You good. You did demonstrate the concept. Yeah. Pulling your punch. Have you ever heard that term, pulling your punch? Yes, no? Okay, pulling your punch means that in the boxing world, in the fighting world, if you're in a fight, you're going full out, just playing through the head, all that mass going into your enemy, you're trying to knock them out. But in sparring, in just practice, when you're with just your practice partner, your sparring partner, you don't want to demolish and kill, potentially your friend. So what Mike Tyson will do. You know what Mike Tyson is? Okay. At least we got that going. Go home and watch the Mike Tyson punches. That guy, he's not pulling any punches. And so when Mike Tyson punches, just goosh, all that weight. But in practice, he's going to pull his punch. Like I'm stopping, I'm slowing it down right there. And now if I did that for real, then now we're doing some damage on the partner. So pulling your punch, essentially we're doing this. We're pulling our punch, we're slowing down that momentum right before, and we're just doing a little tappy tap, a little friendly sparring partner tap. Yeah. Try it. Come way up here. Well, that's good. That shows me that you're on your way. That if you don't hit it at all, so now that fine balance of, oh, see, I didn't even do it. If you start in the down position, as opposed to just like starting from up here. So if you start at the surface that you're going to then be hitting, try that. Start here, bam, and then feather it. Just come all the way up with the shoulder. Just get really high. Back, just do a straight arm. Straight, and just, yeah. Now see if you can go down even faster and then slow down at, right about there. Have this go super fast, but then slows down. It slows down right at the last second. Try that. Yes, that's the direction. Work on that. In fact, while we're doing this, I'm going to give you things to work on. So, playing. Well, I know we'll just call it playing the punch. So, playing in through head versus pulling the punch. Yeah, that you will get the concept. Go home, work on that. Pulling punch. Yeah, sure. Okay, back to this. Back to presses. No pink, good position, and no fingers, just death grip. No arm, just wrist. There we go. And then press. All right. Do this. Death grip on the fingers. And then and pinkies. Oh my God. I'm gonna chop those off. Here and just press into that. Start from just here, 90 degrees up, and just. And now raise the arm so you're not whacking the side of it. Yes, getting the molecular motion to just stop on that thing as soon as possible. Now do it with the left. Get a good pinch on that. Like. Yes. Yeah, okay, she is left-handed. Never gonna forgive you. Okay. where's my... Is there a Mickey Mouse clock somewhere? I'm challenging myself to keep this at around an hour, since I would love to just go to midnight, but you know, I always want to get all my students together and we'll just do like a camp, overnight camp, and burn stuff in the backyard and go hog wild. All right, let's get a diagnosis. Regular sticks. Give me some doubles. Show me your best doubles. 1, 2, 1, 2 at any speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back up.
Oh.
Doubles. Show me a buzz roll. Okay. Now, at that same speed, show me doubles. Like this. So buzz roll. And then we just have those Yep, thumb off the stick. I knew it. Thumb on the stick. You're gonna get murdered. Yeah, this is just... The diddles suck because you've never done them before, but they also suck because you have no strength. And the only way to do that is to just have death grip strength right here. Not that you're compressing onto the stick the whole time, but rather to be able to crush down at the little brief moments that you need to. Keep doing that. Okay, now, come to fulcrum, flare out your fingers like this, and we're just going to think about the index and thumb. Do this. Hold at the fulcrum, you're way choked up. Fan out. Pinch really hard. Thumb. And it's never gonna be this. Your thumb is always going to be flat. Right there. And just right there. Now pinch the heck out of that and just give me... Do the left. You're gonna love watching this video when you're 30. I guarantee it. Hi, Leysliee. Hi, 30-year-old Leysliee. How's it going? Remember this day? Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wave to yourself. Wave to your future self. Remember when you were this? This. Remember when you were this?
Okay.
It's a pretty brutal way to say it. Remember when you were that? He's got the idea. Work with that. Teach him everything I'm teaching you, teach him. All right. Now, with your left, flare out. And give me 2. Thumb on stick. Oh my God.
This slips off.
No, you just have bad technique.
True.
All right, we're going old school. Stick back in hand. That coin drops then your whole family dies.
Okay.
Don't drop that coin. I'm about to watch it drop out of your hand right now. Give me 1, 2 with that coin. Okay, hit it again. Now, okay, the coin is falling. It's like up against the stick a little bit. Just keep it there. All right, I'll do this with you. Coin. Fanning out. Tug it like all the way like back and up, so it just is off the stick. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now come to here. Crank your wrist back all the way. Now, don't do any unnecessary movements. You're kind of doing this. Just very simple. Okay, now do double stops. Tugget, tugget, tugget. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, now this doesn't need to shift at all. This is just going to stay right in place so that all of this can stay in place. Okay, now alternate. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, dugga, 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 dugga. Yeah, it's you're doing it, but it's not there yet. It's there, but it's not there. There's something to work with for sure. Okay, just do presses like. And then you can graduate to 2s. Just do like slamming 7 of them at a time. That's weird, isn't it? Yep. You'll thank me later. Don't kill your family. I know some guys. I can do a hit on your whole family. Don't drop those coins. And don't hit the edge on the wood. It would kill you. You're going to drop that coin. Oh my God. At least get it in there. Don't make me bust out the more coins. Okay, what is this? What is this? Give me some good position here. Do with the left, or do with your cripple hand.
There you go.
All right, I recommend not going home tonight.
Okay.
Sleeping on this couch because there's gonna be some Kill Bill happening.
5 siblings?
5 siblings? Yeah, they're all gonna be.
5 siblings.
You better call them now because the guys are gonna be at your house in 20 minutes.
Call.
Oh, we use our landline. If you even know your number, do you even know your number? No, it's just input on my phone and I just pushed the thing. Do you even know?
Yeah, I know my mom.
Yeah, right. I don't believe you. Okay. Let's see if I can mimic you. Which is really hard to do. Like the true measure of a master is how well he can like do it wrong. play a few more times. Let me study this wacky technique. And you can just lay your thumb knuckle can just. I've seen you doing this a few times. The base, this part of your thumb is what drives into the. It's never going to be the front, but you know the whole thing just lays on there flat. Thumb on stick. All right. You're getting the dimes. Don't make me bust out the dimes.
Not the dimes.
The dimes. The quarters, that's the easy one. Okay. You ready to have like instant arthritis?
Yes.
After tonight?
Yes.
You get to hold those dimes under your damn thumb, and if those hit the ground, his family dies. Okay. Oh, and then plus, okay, but you're still got the bad habit of opening your fulcrum. So, dimes and quarters. Don't make me bust out the pennies. You don't want to see what you don't want to see what the pennies are. Just do it.
Where do the pennies go?
Alternate, buzz, buzz, buzz. Yeah, I'm really deliberately fan out your fingers for now. Come all the way up. Yeah, oh, I can see you're shy. Yeah, pinch right there. Here, I'll do it. I'll do the dimes. And I'll show you that it is possible to play with a coined fulcrum. That does feel really weird, doesn't it? Totally doable. All right, I'll do exactly what you're doing. Fanned out fingers. And I don't have to hold the quarters because, you know, my technique works. Yeah, if you didn't have the strength to hang on to those dimes, then the drumming has no chance at all. Okay, all right, that's. Do some presses, and full hand, wrap your fingers all the way around, and just crush that dime in there. Just ga 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 ga. Oops. That is pretty slippery, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see. This is why I made the trainer sticks, because it's just a better way to do it. Although I don't have the coin under the thumb element as a part of the trainer sticks. Yeah, that is really slippery, isn't it? It's unnecessarily slippery. Okay. Now, with the idea of what the coins are there for, just drop all the coins. Now, do some presses. And fan out your fingers. And then as if there is a coin there. Your thumb doesn't get to slide down. Right there. And come all the way up. Yeah. That's the idea. And then next week, what I want you to do next, okay, practice your doubles right now. I'm going to write down bounced, diddles, diddles, doubles, same word for our purposes for now. Try this. I've never tried this on a student before, but I've thought about it. One stick, and then at the fulcrum, just do that. And get yourself nice and centered. And do a press like that. And just come straight down. And see if you can like really crush in on that so that you can stop the stick bouncing as quickly as possible. In fact, don't try to crush it as soon as possible. Actually try to like have it be ding, 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 like try to really get like some clear and obvious rebounds. Yeah. And by doing this, we're eliminating all controls. This can only be a bounce unless you're like, you know, doing this. But at this turn, that is a true bounce. There's no way you could control that. There's no way you could only do, if I told you to like press into it and only get one, if I told you to just start up and then go down, good luck doing just one of those. Yeah. Really create like a box with your index, yeah. Now, in your dominant hand, now segue from this to just this. And now do the same thing. Yes. And notice that my index finger and my thumb are right in alignment with each other. This is one of the bad habits, is for people to do this, to jut out their thumb way ahead of the fulcrum, because now the fulcrum just becomes the entire hand. Whereas if I push back my thumb a bit, and now my fulcrum is thumb index. But if we only had these two fingers and then I went thumb forward, well now I got it's just dead. So you want to drum as if you don't have any fingers. You don't have any control fingers. You have control fingers, so therefore you get to control the stick even more. But really, it's all about the thumb and index. Yeah, do that with your left. Or, you know what I mean when I say left. Just step into the right-handed mental model. Just know that when I say left, I mean your dumb hand. Yeah. Okay. Now do both. And now graduate from like just an undetermined amount, like 7 or whatever that is, to 3. And really do this for the sake of exaggeration, like kick out your elbows so that your hands are out of the way, so that your fingers are really just like lobster clawing in there, and you're truly doing this at the tips. And go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And start and come up and get some good volume. Now we'll accelerate to just do 2. Really okay. Drop the sticks and do this. So not this, but this, and just squeeze, like just try to, as if there's a stick there, just like crush the stick as much as you can. And now put your own finger in between your and now crush your finger. Now stick your finger in mine. That's roughly what it, way stronger, right? So there's like the strongest part of my body, pound for pound is obviously the connection between my thumb and my finger. Like obviously my leg is way stronger than this, but as far as like the size, yeah. So this on your journey to being able to do 1 pull-up, you'll get stronger. And this grip strength thing, that our strength, one of the old Russian Olympic gymnastics guy, one of those guys, he wrote a book, and I think it's called Grip Strength First, and that the strength of the hand is a measurement, is an indicator of the strength of the rest of the body. Like if we have a really strong, like, we just, create an error on this thing, we can crush it so well. If we're able to get like a 200 on this thing, that probably means that the whole rest of our body is crazy in shape. No one's cranking, more than 150 on this who like, your grip strength is like a barometer for your overall health. Because then at the end of the day, human beings, we're basically just hands with bodies. You could even say that a person isn't really even a human if they don't have their hands, right? You get me at what I'm saying on that, but we're like, we are los manos, like we are creatures of the hands. We are handed creatures, right? Dogs are not handed creatures. Dogs are mouth creatures. Alligators are mouth creatures. Most animals are, the whole, like, we're never going to, like, bite someone with our teeth. We're not going to try to, like, bite someone to death. We're going to club them to death with these clubs that we have. And so we're all about the hands. And so get your hands, I'll say get your hands strong, But you can get your hands strong by getting the rest of your body strong. And you can get the rest of your body strong by getting your grip strength strong. There's a symbiosis here. There's a connection, there's a link between the strength of your grip strength, and the rest of your body. So the whole idea for this month and beyond, leading up to your ability to do one pull-up. And you better be able to do one pull-up when you're 30 still. Chop, chop. As I age and become an old man, my thought is, if I can at least do 30 push-ups, hit the floor and just pound it out, and if I can do 30, right? I can do more, but if I'm 90 years old and I just popped out like 30 push-ups, whoa, look at that old man, look at what he did, then that's pretty good, right? So the projections of my aging, I'm keeping the goal of, well, I at least when I'm 90 years old, this might be, reaching too far, but it's still a good goal. And well then, like, I went running today. I went running in the rain today. I didn't want to go running. And I definitely didn't want to go running in the rain, but I did anyway. Because, I want to have a better life, right? And the stronger we are, the better life we have. And, and I want to be able to continue doing this forever. So it behooves me to keep this as strong as possible for as long as possible. So this, okay. Show me plane through the head. Left hand. Through the head. Yes. And now, pull the punch. Yeah. Oh my God, thumb on the stick. Do that again, and that thumb better be on that stick at the end of it. See how it's falling?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready to hear the sound of a coin hitting the ground?
Yes.
Way up and just hit that thing for real. Oh, that's right. We're feathering. Hit it for real first. Play through the head. Okay. Do it louder than this. Oh, the stick flew out of her hand. And she held onto the coin. That was impressive. Good. That means good. I like that you dropped it, because then that shows me that you really went for it. And that stick was moving so fast, and the mass of this was so heavy that it flew out of your hand because your hands are weak. Mm-hmm. So at least you put forth the speed to make dropping the stick even happen. So pick that thing up. Where'd it go? No, screw that. Here, just take this.
Okay.
Get on the stick.
Okay.
We're just gonna let them fly.
Okay.
We're gonna have all the sticks over there by the end of this. Okay, stick that in there. And now, okay, do it again. Through the head. Good. And actually let the rebound fly. See what you're doing is this. It's slow motion. You're going, it's stopping. Back to this, where there's no stopping. That's truly going up. Yes, do that again. And when I'm doing this, when I'm going down, that's not hitting the back of my hand at all, because I'm letting this, and then it's hitting before it touches the back of my hand, and then it doesn't hit my hand at all, because then it just flies back the other way. So it gets close to the hand and then flies away. Oof, sorry. Okay, back to this. And show me that square with the fingers. And then come all the way back and really have that thing just fly back right at you. Don't try to stop it, just true. Again. Yes. And see how it's coming back all on its own? You don't have to do any lifting at all. You're sending it forward and it's hitting and it's going fast enough to where it's coming back on its own. Yeah. I can see that you're going fast enough and that it's coming back on its own. And so now, with a regular stroke, getting to that, and then and having that truly be a bounce. Yeah, try just that. We'll do the lobster claw, and then just bounce that. No arms, no cheating. Okay. Throw it down, and then I want you to let go. Yeah, exactly. That's how much I want you to be like not hanging onto the stick when you do that, except ever so slightly more of a grip so that you don't lose it. All right, keep those on the ground where that whole stick bag is about to be devastated. Try just that. See what I'm doing? I'm just, okay. From here, basically at the fulcrum and in the valley of our thumb and finger there, just come here and flip that thing forward and then have it come back to this position. But not because I brought it back there, because it just flung. Oof. Come to here. And you don't have to start with it hard. You can just, oh gosh. So show me this with this flat like that, and then just bounce it a little bit right there. And now just, in fact, you can go slowly, but it still is going to bounce. I'm not doing any effort into lifting it. Yes. Ah, there it was. Yeah, see how it's flying back super fast? Yeah, exactly. That's flying back super fast, right? The upstroke being faster than the downstroke. I mean, they're basically about the same, but to think of the upstroke as being faster than the downstroke will help you get into the right frame of mind. Start here. In fact, just drop this stick to where it's straight down. And now, but then come to here and then just stop. And then that end position will be here. So the starting position is here. And then, oh, I didn't. Oh. Yes, yes. Yes. Your job as a drummer is to let the sticks do all of the work for you. Yes. You are letting the stick do all of the work. You're just the guide. You're just the conduit to get the stick in the air. Your job is just to take the sticks out of the stick bag, and that's it. You let the sticks do the work for you. And by allowing that to fling back up, you're truly allowing it to do all the work for you. Try it with your right. Ah, see how that's really dumb? Mm-hmm. Make it not dumb. Okay, all right. Do both. Oh, yeah. Ah, there it is. Ah. Yeah. Good. We'll call this the fling. Show me that. What is the fling? Yeah, exactly. And your student, how much have you gotten together with Sunny and taught her stuff? Does she know a thing or two now, more than she did because you taught her something? Teach her the fling. Get some coins and torture her with the coins and do the fling, which then is on its way towards bounced diddles. Bounced diddles. And you can do bounced diddles with just, in fact, do the lobster bounces. Just your job is to next week show me this. That homework assignment is in the destination of this. Yeah, the stronger your hands get, the stronger of a pinch you have, the better that'll be. And do it slow. Try to do it slow. But they're truly balanced. And you can start off by doing this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See how you're like, allow this to be fluid. Let the sticks do what they want to do and allow the sticks to take your hands where they're going to take you. Oh, yeah, those were bounced. Yes, those were actually bounced. Yes. Okay. Now, good catch. Now, okay, do just singles. Yeah, you were like 1-2ing it. Allow the bounce to truly take over. You can see the direction. Show me this next week. Show me, see if you can do this. At whatever speed. Do, 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 do. But that they are bounces. Not 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A 1 to 2 ratio. One movement, 2 hits. Yeah, it's there. It's there. Now just sculpt it into even 2s. And you can even put a metronome to it if you get it down. Bop, 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 bop. And then that will segue into that. And go home and stretch. In fact, on the ride home, do this and think about flexing, where I'm just thinking about that. It's weird. It's really weird. I thought it was weird when I first tried it too. But wrap your mind around that. You get the concept, right? That, oh, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm going to flex that. You can see my raging manly muscles flexing in this stretched position. And that these connection points, as far as that stretch goes, aren't going to truly let go unless this is engaged. Oh, and then I'll put down flexed, stretching, flex stretching. Teach your student all of that tomorrow.
Logan and I today during class, we were just like playing, like during our like break time, like nutrition. We were just playing and they started like going on the drum set. Logan and I kept correcting her how she holds her fingers because she kept going outward and playing, and she was like, no.
Yep, good. And you got to tell her why. You always got to, anytime you're going to teach something, you got to come with a why. All right. What was the why that you gave her? Why this as opposed to that? What's the primary main reason? That this moves way, way more than this. And in fact, in just this flat position, my wrist only goes up that far. It only goes up like 20 degrees. But from here, I almost get a 90 out of it. I get like an 80-degree angle. 80 versus 20, forget about it. That's the main reason. So, and if you come with the whys, and that those whys are sensible and obvious based on demonstration, then your students will be just like, oh, well, that makes sense. And they'll never question you ever. That is if you're demonstrating. Oh, paradiddles. Okay, show me reverse paradiddle. Put the diddle on 1 and 2. Diddle para, diddle para. Do do beepa. It's easier looking at it written down.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Paradiddle, right? Paradiddle is, and teach him the paradiddle grid tomorrow as well. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Well, the reverse of that would be diddle, para, diddle, para. Diddle, para, diddle, para. Para being the word that we're choosing to mean alternate. Para. And para does mean different, like ooh, paranormal, like different normal. So different hands, different similar, different similar, or different same, or paradiddle, paradiddle, and then diddle, para, diddle, para. So I'll blast through the paradiddle grid. Paradiddles. That the 2 is happening on beats 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Diddle is on 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4, 1. And then reverse paradiddle. And then an inverted paradiddle where the diddle is on beats 2 and 3. It's all the same movement. It's all the same hand once, hand twice. It's all once, twice, but you think about it differently. You put it at a different spot in space, and you include the accent to make it epically hard. Show me a reverse paradiddle. Start with a diddle. Yeah, now do the reverse. Yeah, that's a reverse paradiddle. And then the inverted paradiddle is the double happens on beats 2 and 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. The inverted paradiddles are my favorite. And then the last one, I don't even have a word for it. I just call it the last one. I should derive a name for it. Is then, okay, ready for some math? And then I'll let you guys go.
No.
Hey, 30-year-old Leysliee, did you ever figure out what 6 plus 6 is? 6 plus 6 is what? Okay, all right, fair enough. She thought I meant multiplication. 6
Yeah.
plus 6 is what? See? We got a delay. There can't be a delay. There should be no delay here. If you can't do math, then just forget about all this.
True.
Although, to be fair, drummer math is like 2 plus 2, you know, and that's about it. 2 plus 2 and 3 plus 3. That's music math. That's about it. That all boils down to
4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8.
1s and 2s and 3s. And add them all up. 6 plus 6 is what?
12.
Okay. After we gave you an epic amount of time to calculate it and count on your fingers. Tell me you didn't need your fingers to do that one. No. I know you know this. We're just putting you on the spot, so.
I know.
We're heckling you right now, so it's understandable that anyone would screw up something what they would imagine to be basic under pressure, though. Under pressure makes everything exponentially more difficult. Oh, and then the last one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The diddle is on, okay. The regular paradiddle, it's on beats, the diddle is on 3 and 4. The reverse paradiddle, the diddle is on which 2 numbers? The diddle of the 4 beats. Paradiddle, the diddle happens on beats 3 and 4. The reverse paradiddle, where do they fall? The diddle happens on 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4. The reverse paradiddle. Diddle para, diddle para, diddle para, diddle para, right? Beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. The reverse paradiddle, the diddle is on which of these 2? Okay, starting from the beginning. If this is a regular paradiddle, the diddle is on beats what? What and what? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the diddle is on 3 and 4. Good. Okay, so paradiddle, but then I went diddle para.
1, 2.
1 and 2. Okay, now the inverted paradiddle is on 2 and 3. And now the last one that I just did is on 4 and 1. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 1. Those are the four permutations, combinations. Yeah. So you have the paradiddle. In fact, draw out the paradiddle grid tomorrow and teach it to anyone who's around. But you got to include the accent. So I could do the reversed. I could do paradiddles all day long, but if I'm not having an accent involved, like paradiddles are the easiest one because we have all this time to get up there for the big note because we're doing 2 right before it. So we have all this time, 1, 2, 1, 2 to lift this. That's why paradiddles are the easiest one. But then adding the accent to the reverse paradiddle, 1, 2, 1. And then adding the accent and keeping the accent with the inverted paradiddles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one is the one that's killer. And the reason why it's difficult is because you're going from soft to loud. So the accent, if you don't have the accent involved, if they're just all loud notes, then it's just paradiddles thought at different places. But if you put an accent there mechanically, then you're starting to drum. Because our whole paradigm is big notes and small notes. And everything in between. What are you doing right there? What rudiment are you doing?
I just randomly start doing it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking you, because I figured it was random, that you had no idea what you're doing. What are you doing? Look, okay, I'll do what you're doing. You're doing this. What am I doing? He even knows. What am I doing? How many beats until it hits again? Doosh, doosh. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What are those called? Threes are called what? Say it. Triplets. You know it. You're doing triplets. Yeah. They're lousy, but you're doing that. But you're doing it. Oh. Okay. So maybe. Okay. He's just watching through osmosis. Yeah. Oh, you play sax? Yeah. Yeah, he's a musician, so he's already got. All musicians like know these things, just how they manifest it with their bodies. You know, with the saxophone. Yeah. Okay. Adios. Do all that. Teach it to Sunny this week, and get her to do it. Get her to do it.
Trying to say at an hour. It's 7:21.
I know. I totally went over, but I there's just so much to work on. All I want to do is just stay till like 3 in the morning, and just like I want her to be a drummer like overnight. Like I want it to just happen now. Because I'm really impatient.
You'll be fine.
No, I'm not.
I'll just swim tomorrow.
So February 1st. Wait. Did I say February 1st?
March 1st.
March 1st, 1 full pull-up. And I'm going to bury you in the backyard
Oh,
next
my
week
goodness.
if you're not getting a bigger thing than 70s. I want these to be 80s. Okay. March 1st, 1 pull-up. March 1st, 80s or above or more. That's definitely doable.